Hello everyone, you all are welcome to this lovely channel Astropenetia. I am your friend astrologer palmist Shivam. So today we are going to talk about the transit of Ketu, that is the south node of moon, into the nakshatra of Chitra. As you all know that right now Ketu is into the sign of your Libra, denoting balance and air sign, and along with it it will transit into the sign of Chitra, which is denoted by the celestial architect Vasher, right, which is known for its architecture carving, and it is also co-ruled by Chitragupta, which is the accountant, the celestial accountant, right? And this is a time of your spiritual cleansing. This is a time when you have to find your direction in life. And most importantly, the desire or the karma energy is something which you have to utilize for your abundance, your energy of desire or manifestation. The karma energy will attract all your things in life. Hello Jennifer, hello Cynthia, right? And this transit is going to happen from the today, that is June 26th, till the March 3rd of 2024, right? So it is going to be a very intense time for the Libra rising sign and Libra moon people. They can go into their self-realization mode. They can unlock their potential. Now what is Ketu? Ketu is a headless body, right? It does not have a head. And Ketu is a planet which creates a lot of confusions, right? Ketu is dry in nature, right? And Ketu denotes the lower part of your body, right? The lower part of your body, the intestines, the genital organs, and the lower part of the body. And when the Ketu is well placed in one's birth chart, it takes the person to great heights, right? For a good Ketu, you have to also study your Jupiter, that is the planet of abundance, growth, and spirituality, and also the planet Sun, right? You have to understand the placement of Sun along with it, right? And Ayurusha, the effect on Gemini is not according to the zodiac sign, it is according to the rising sign and the moon sign, right? So you have to understand your birth chart first for this. We are here talking about core astrology, so you have to understand the basic nakshatra right now. And being the celestial architect, it can intrigue lot of creativity in the people. It can evoke lot of competition in the people, right, which you have to avoid at all costs. The competition should be with yourself, right, to improve yourself, because the gana, that is the nature of this nakshatra, is the rakshasa, which is the demon nature. So it intrigues all the competition, at times ego clashes, at times aggressive exchanges, right, which you have to avoid. And this nakshatra is denoted by the symbol of female tiger, right, which is all about staying fearless in this time period. As this transit will happen, it is going to mostly affect the sign of Libra and the sign of your Aries, right, these two signs. And yes, definitely for even other signs it will have a very strong influence, right? Like for the Gemini ascendant, it will bring a lot of changes in the matters of love. And along with that, the Gemini rising sign, moon sign, they can also realize their potential. They can revisit their true potential, right? Share this video with your loved ones or the ones who are really interested in Vedic astrology. Share this video with them. And along with this thing, this is a star of opportunity. So it will be providing you with spiritual opportunities. If you are into the business of chemicals, if you are into the business of relating to mining, related to digging up things or excavations or any kind of even antiques, right? So it can be a good time for you to grow. And yes, definitely in the sign of this thing, it is also denoted by the jewelry, right? Jewelry, or because it's an ancient planet denoting the past, ancient things. So wearing jewelry, traditional jewelry, or old jewelry given by your grandparents, or given by your uh, generational jewelry, it can be of great benefit in this time period, right, for everyone. And most importantly, in the sign of Libra, it realizes its power to organize the things, right? And it will enter the fourth pada, which is more about mysteriousness, more about realizing your magical powers, more about traveling, right? So it can evoke a lot of traveling for people around the world. So people, especially the air sign people, that is a Gemini, that is a sign of Libra, that is a sign of Aquarius, they can go for travelings in this time period, right? So it can be a good time for traveling and self realization, because Ketu placing in this sign of this thing, in the sign of your Libra, had been creating a lot of confusions in the past, right? And with this transit into this nakshatra, it will also have a very cooling effect, because right now it's in the first pada of the other sign, and it will enter the fourth pada of the Chitra Nakshatra, which will mostly have a cooling and a light experience, right? And with this rising, and for the fire signs, it will intrigue mostly realizations related to relationship, management of people around them, public dealing. There will be a lot of changes in your public dealing, right, in this time period. What are the fire signs? The sign of Leo, the sign of Aries, and the sign of your Sagittarius. So you will have a lot of changes in your way of dealing with people. You will have a lot of change in perspective, that perspective relating to life, relating to how to deal with people, relating to matters of relationship, love. And those of you who are into media, broadcasting, any kind of presentation business, or even in public office, you will have to bring about, there will be a change in your strategy of for dealing the things in your life. Yes, we are talking about the moon sign and the rising sign, that what kind of an influence effect it will have on the both the signs. And when it comes to the earth signs, for the earth sign people, there can be changes relating to the understanding of the structure of their family. There can be changes related to their work, right? They will have to put in more discipline, more work, and they will like to exhibit more creativity and dedication at their work, right? Because Chitra demands great, creativity, and even at times cutthroat competition, right? So this is what Chitra loves, right? And along with this thing, if we understand it about the water sign people, what are the water sign? The sign of your Cancer, the sign of your Scorpio, your sign of your this thing, Pisces. For all these three signs, because this was gonna activate your fourth house, eighth house, and 12th house. So most of you will be changing, will be in the journey of changing through this transit of Ketu, or on the mode of self-realization. At times you may have differences of opinions with your family, with your loved ones, right? But you have to channelize that energy into evoking yourself spiritually, right? You do not have to render yourself in any kind of grudge, in any kind of aggression, rather utilizing that energy into self-realization, into having faith in your abilities, and your research and your own conviction will help you to grow in this time period. Yes, and most importantly, this will also cause certain change in your lands. Either you will be shifting, you may move for a better future in this time period. That can be the changes which may come into play. And those of you who will relate to counseling related business, any kind of information technology related business, any kind of work which involves a lot of research, lot of brain draining, right? That will be beneficial for you people, right? And this transit is going to be very strong and influential on people all around the world, right? Because all the Mars nakshatra, whether it is Mrigasira, whether it is Chitra also denotes sharp weapons, right? So there might be a landmark changes or landmark evolution in some kind of surgery, in research into some kind of new operation, surgery into medical sciences, and even I would say that new kind of devices related to medical industry and even creative things may come up in this time period, right? But definitely this Ketu transit, that is South Node transit, can keep people at times aggressive and competitive in their things, right? And the competition has to be with yourself, right? It's not with the world, but it's all about the self improvement and self realization, which you have to focus on mostly, right? And Chitra moon, if your moon is placing in the very same sign, it can improve your intuitive abilities. It can activate your poetic side, right? You may feel bit aloof or cut off from the world at times, right? And this separation, because Ketu gives a very strong feeling of separation, so you might have a kind of a different or aloof kind of or you want to stay alone with yourself when this Ketu is hovering over your moon or your sign or moon sign or your rising sign, and in whichever house it is placing, it is coming in your birth chart. Check your birth chart, look at your rising sign, look at your moon sign, and see where the Ketu is coming, right? And that house will require utter focus. That house will require utter, you will have to just, leave it on the God, right? That has to be the case, and you have to stay focused in that field, on that stream, whether it is your house of communication, whether it is your family house, whether it is coming in your house of relationship or your house of luck, right? So you have to work accordingly, right? You have to work accordingly with this transit of Ketu into the sign of Libra, and the transit is happening into the nakshatra of Chitra, nakshatra of creativity, denoted by Twashar, and on the other end it is also denoted by the god Chitragupta, which is the celestial accountant, which is the accountant for all the gods, right? So karmically it is a very intense time. So again, I talk about it again and again. Keep your karmas right? You are accounted for everything, because this planet Ketu, the south node of moon, represents karmas of the past. This planet represents isolation, detachments, hard work, right? Liberation, moksha, your intuition, occult, mysticism, and the chemical related business, pharma related business is also related to it, right? Ketu is, at times considered a very useless planet, but if you study the world all over, the richest, most of the billionaires, especially even in India and around the world, they are the big pharmas, right? The maximum number of billionaires are not produced by IT hub, are not produced by real estate alone. They are the pharma giants. They are the people of the pharma industry, right? So they have a very strong Ketu. Yes, Mars also matters, the nakshatra matters. Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra is the medical equipments, right? The scissors or all the surgery items, they are related to it, right? And so you can donate those things to help others. If other is in a need of operation, you can pay for them, right? That will also correct the energy of this Ketu, right? So astrology is nothing but all the things around us, right? And when the Ketu, in which house it is placing, so it will give you a very detached feeling related to it, and you have to act. It's like the quote of Bhagavad Gita. So you have to work 100%, right? And you do not have to have any attachments related to it, right? And because the attachment creates all the trouble. When you start expecting, when you have attachment, that creates all the troubles. So study where your Ketu is placing in your birth chart, because Ketu is headless, right? That is the thing. But when it gets the direction of a good guru, that is Jupiter, or a well placed sun, that is Surya, or a well placed Mars, that is the Mangala, right? It can give you, ample amount of money, right? Wealth that you do not desire, you do not expect, but you will be still getting it, right? So most of the simple people who live simply, like an ascetic, like a hermit, like a monk, and they have tons of money, or they have a very well placed Ketu. When you have a well placed Ketu, you have already done good karmas in your past lives, right? So the study of Ketu also denotes your past, because it is the dragon tail, right? The past, right? On the back, right? So Ketu is very influential in your birth chart, so you have to study Ketu very deeply, right? And Ketu is a very dry planet. It has a very dry, all the dry hills, dry places, they have an intense energy of Ketu, right? And yes, when your Ketu is influencing your Lagna rising house or the moon house, you will have utter confusions, indecisiveness in your working style with your things, my lovely audience. And my dear, you can always book a reading with me. You can DM me, you can send me an email, and you can book your readings accordingly, right? So this was my analysis about the placement of coming of Ketu into the sign of Libra, which is already present, and the nakshatra of Chitra, which is mostly about creating. So you have to believe in creating your own destiny through meditation, through occult, through right actions, through right belief system, and you have to put your energy into the right direction, right? And this Ketu is gonna stay in the nakshatra of Chitra from June 26th till the month of March, till the starting week of March 2024. So it's a long elongated time. This is why we are discussing about it, right? And if it is coming on your different planets, say if your Jupiter is placing there, it will make you revisit your education, your learning, your belief in knowledge, your spirituality. If it's coming on your Venus, it will make you revisit your love, or what changes you need to bring in the matters of love, creativity, and it can also evoke the creative personality in you. If it is coming in your Saturn, it will make you work hard, right? Laborious, and it will make you suffer until you polish to become the best version of yourself, right? If it is coming on your Mercury, it will make you do hard work related to your streamlining your things, managing your things, structuring your things. And if you are into the radio business, into mass media, into all these kinds of business, it will help you to grow in this time period with your sheer dedication and hard work. And if it is coming on your moon, it will definitely create mood swings and mental anxieties, but it will evoke the artist, the creative person, your intuitions, and it will open up your mind, right? This was my short analysis about the Ketu transit, right, which is happening today itself for all of us, right? So study that where your Ketu, where your sign of Libra is placing, and accordingly it will bring changes in your life, right? And this is a very general understanding about the planet Ketu and its placement. So you have to study your birth chart first. You have to study the placement of planets in your birth chart. You have to study the dasha, the time period that you're going through, and you have to study multiple factors, your planets, in which sign it is placing, what are the conjunctions, what are the aspects, what nakshatra they are placing, in what pada they are placing, right? And the most important thing, your time period, right? And accordingly the predictions and the remedies are suggested, right? So this is a very general analysis, my lovely audience. So I will be saving this video, and I will also post this video on my YouTube channel, right? So take care, God bless you, have a very lovely day, and you are most welcome to book a birth chart reading with me, right? And yes, a simple mantra, what you can do. Now note this remedy. Note this remedy, my lovely audience. Since Ketu is coming into Chitra Nakshatra, and Chitra Nakshatra is ruled by Mars and also the god Twasher, god of creativity, right? So you can simply chant the mantra of Om Kreem Om, Om Kreem Om, Om Kreem Om. If you are facing troubles, say that the Ketu is coming is placing in your 5th house, and you're facing troubles related to your education, or you're having troubles with your children, or in your love life, so you can chant this simple mantra to correct, and you're facing a lot of turmoils related to it. So you can simply chant this mantra of Om Kreem Om. Say Ketu is coming in your house of luck, that is in 9th house, and you are facing lack of opportunities, and you are not able to go through your things in life, right? Or you feel that luck is not favoring you. You can simply post a photograph or a poster of a female tigress, and you can chant this mantra of Om Kreem Om. Well, weak and malefic are different, right? When you have a malefic Ketu, the lower part of the body is troubled. And Roma, I have already given you the specific remedies for your own planets. Now the general remedies can be, now listen to me very carefully. The general remedies, Om Kreem, K-R-I-M or K-R-E-E-M, Kreem Om, Om Kreem Om, Om Kreem Om. Chant it for 2-3 minutes and you will see the difference. Now, you can wear gold in your ears, right, for Ketu. Secondly, you can also pray to Lord Ganesha at times, right? Om Gam Ganpate Namah, because Ganesha has a head of an elephant and the body is different, right? And along with this thing, you have to be gentle with people of lower strata, right? And you have to keep your karmas very right. Ketu judges a person based on their karmas, right? So you have to keep the karmas very right. And in older days, it was also told to donate, gold for the remedies of Ketu. And simple mantra of Ketu, Om Stram Stream Strom Saha Ketue Nama, will be beneficial. At some placements, you can also donate blankets, which are check colored black and white blankets. You can be gentle to 4-legged animals, right? Because dogs are the best example, right? Because they do not use their brain. They are mostly, in alignment with their owners, right? So you can be good to them. You can feed them, right? That will put your Ketu in the right direction. But most important remedy is still keeping your karmas right, right? Otherwise, Ketu is also the planet which causes a lot of surgeries in the body. When surgeries go wrong, you have to study the Ketu in your birth chart, right? Or the Mars in your birth chart. So this is how Ketu acts in your life, and you have to avoid dark colored clothes, right? So you have to avoid dark colored clothes. So all the other remedies are specific to your birth chart, right? Whether you have to donate it in the temple or a holy place, or you have to throw it in the running water, they are according to the placement of planets in your own birth chart, right? But otherwise, this Ketu coming into the nakshatra of Chitra today, that is June 26th till the March 3rd, is going to be very transitionary. It can evoke your inner search, right? It can also improve your inner understanding about things. It is more about karmic cleansing. You can focus on meditation, sadhanas, or any kind of things to evoke your inner spirit, right? And most importantly, you have to do your meditation and you have to focus on the root chakra. Focusing on the root chakra will balance the energy of Ketu. So in this video, I have given enough of the remedies for this Ketu, and you can, according to the sign, please look at the full video to study about it, and do share this video with your loved ones, with your near and dear ones. And you have to understand the placement of planets in your own birth chart, and along with that you have to study the transits, right? Transits are of no use without your study of your own birth chart. That is equally your own, the DNA, the blueprint of your life, right? So you have to study. And yes, Ketu is also your DNA, right? That is again a very detailed topic, so I wanted to keep it short, just for 10-15 minutes, right? Because I have to go and work. So God bless you, my lovely audience. Now I will be saving this video. Do share this video with your near and dear ones. Take care. God bless you. Have a lovely day. Take care. Bye bye.